Yo, 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 YouTube. What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all for tuning in today. We're gonna keep this short and simple. I only had probably two pairs that I traded this week that I thought were the best setup. One being the late fucked up one, but it moved, but it didn't really move as much as I thought it did. Um, then one where it moved, but I was too early and I got stopped out. With the small loss, obviously it was managed. I wasn't going in heavy. I'm always conservative when I trade on this account. This isn't an account that I want to blow out. Obviously, if a good trade opportunity present, then I will trade aggressive. But we are in market conditions where it's kind of slow. We're heading into the end of the year, so lots of pairs are either closing down towards the year and send the high and the low of the year, or just um, honestly consolidating. So we probably won't see any new trade setups probably until January and into the new year. Honestly, I want to make that my first 100K year because this year was basically my first year of actually playing with real money and feeling comfortable playing with my money and knowing what I'm doing. So we're gonna keep this nice and short and sweet because I know everybody likes short videos and not long videos. I will go into depth if people request it. That's why I always ask for feedback and let me know how I'm doing and what I need to improve on because I don't really record like that. And I'm trying to find my routine and figure out how can I fit everything into this routine that I'm currently doing. I want to start getting back into the gym. I want to start just doing a lot more things, especially recording because YouTube is actually one of the biggest things that I wanted to do outside of just trading, but I actually want to do gaming content and a lot of things, lifestyle vlogs and really talking and connecting with people. But I can't do all right now, so I have to earn that freedom, and this is why I trade, so I can help people and show them that what I do is legit. This is my, work that I'm presenting to people. So currently this is the account that I'm trading. This account right here has had money flown in and out of this account. I have not been stuck at 400 to 500. I have not been stuck at $100. I have literally flipped so many small amounts, and I wouldn't touch it. There will be times where I lose it. There will be times where I take it out. So honestly, I can't really give anybody a solid answer to how much I have made from trading, but I can tell you that I have had trades where I've been up, and because I didn't have a risk parameter set, I have been taken out of good trades. Like for an example, I was up on a all-time high in silver. Silver set all-time highs, and it came back and it stopped me out. I was up like $500. That was like one of the biggest trades I had in $1,000 account. Of not $1,000 account, but of me actually like putting $1,000 in the account and saying, all right, I'm gonna work with $1,000 and see what I can do. I ended up making 500, and it came back and stopped me out to $87. Yeah, people was like, oh, you lost $87. People would have thought I lost like 700 or the whole band. No, I have good risk management, but because I don't have any risk parameters set at all time highs, obviously I didn't have a set goal for how much I wanted to take out during that time. Now that I've been in a lot of all-time high trades, and I kind of know like how to really approach these like types of trades, especially when they're expanding the range. So like weekly ranges and monthly ranges. So and one of the pairs today, NAS, I'm gonna go over it. It's setting a monthly high. It's not all-time high, but it's like a monthly high. Those type of trades can keep going, but the breakout might fail. We're gonna go over it, but I want to go back to what I was going to show y'all for the account. So this whole goal for this account is going to be 100K. I want to keep this as transparent as possible. I try to show losing trades. This is why I have this thing over here. It shows all the trades, close time, close price, stop loss, take profit. Everything's legit on this broker. This is one of the best brokers in my opinion for U.S. clients because we need high leverage to actually make money doing this shit. You're not gonna make much money trading off of 1 to 30, the stupid ass regulated shit that they have for us. It's so fucking stupid. You're gonna need a large amount of money, and um, it's stupid because they're gonna take money from your trades. Like they're gonna tax your trades, and it's the brokers out here is just shitty. So you're gonna have better chance working with an unregulated broker. 9 times out of 10, it's best to go with ones that usually a lot of people with a lot of money tend to recommend because they have their money in there. So they're not gonna want to bring a bunch of people in and they fucking take the money. Obviously, it's millionaires who actually do this shit, where they put millions of dollars or $500,000 into these brokers and they flip large amounts of monies and they take the money out. At the end of the day, it's not the broker's money. It's money coming from the market, liquidation. So that's why people make a lot of money, because people put in 10,000. You can start off with 500, 250, whatever. But the more you start, the more you can get out of the market and be successful. But my whole goal for this account is to do 100 to 100K. There's times, I'm not gonna lie, there was times where I threw in money to help boost up. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. I threw in money to help boost up so I can catch up, But over time I started to realize, like, I'm not gonna get anywhere. Eventually I could throw in money and not hope, but push to reach that goal. It's gonna be hard to push towards that goal. But if I do it more organic growth, I'm going to get more out of this. I'm going to learn more. Eventually, I'm going to learn how to flip any amount of money doing this. So I started off with 100, and then boom, I'd have made a 50, I'd have made 75, and I had to sit out weeks just to wait for one trade, It's not easy, but over time, your risk tolerance is going to start changing, because you're going to understand, like, some of these setups are basically the same shit. So you're going to be willing to put up more and get more out of this. And that's the whole goal I want to show people. Like, it don't matter what amount you start with, as long as you understand and know what setups and how much you're willing to risk, you're good. So I want to keep everything authentic on here. So currently, technically I would be up more. I would have been up more, because I had to take money out and I was having issues with my withdrawals. I needed money at the time. My phone had broke. Just a lot going on. I was sticking to the account. I was like, fuck, I can't keep doing this. I have to keep everything organic. This is my proof right here. But yeah. So everything right here is CAD JPY. Technically, I'm still in the green technically, because these down here are withdrawals. These are withdrawals. If it's blank, you don't see anything right here, these are technically withdrawals. So I was withdrawing money because I needed money at the time. So you see how I went from 315, 420, 150, 200. Obviously, the account was up at some time period, but because I needed money, shit happened. So the account is where it's at because of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, figure that. But the account is still technically in green. It's still in green. But because I take out money, it makes it look like I'm in the red. But no, I'm doing good actually. So Bitcoin was like the damage, like the low percentage I lost on this account, and I only lost like 0.50, 0.60, 0.48. Like I said, I was going light because I know what to put on these types of trades, and I don't trade crypto like that. So I was like, I don't want to put in too much and fuck my account up. So not doing that. Then I went to NAS and was like, okay, NAS would probably be a better option because I see what it's doing. I like the behavior it's doing, but I'm pretty sure the behavior of it is something I'm probably not going to be able to hold on to. Now NAS actually put the account up in green. It was a Friday trade, closing range. So we're going to go to, I want to do Bitcoin first because Bitcoin was like sexy to me, but I'm so mad that I couldn't position myself at the right time to get in on this little scalp right here, because this is a beautiful scalp and a beautiful setup. So Bitcoin set On Monday, it set the high and the low. Boom, boom. This is the low of the month down here. To keep things short, the low of the month for December just started. LOM. Let's keep that short and simple. Control C and Control V. Then we got the high of the month. High of the month, low of the month. And the reason I said it is because if you see at the bottom of my screen here, you may see Monday 01 December 25th. Not 25th, 25. That's 2025, and that's the 1st of December. So technically the high of the month is right here. But we still have a level from November still in place. So technically to me, I like to still put this as the high of the month because they already took out the real high of the month for December down here. So they're already expanding the high of the month. So they're expanding the range at some point. So Tuesday is the range expansion day. This is a range expansion day. You could have got in on this if you're a range expansion specialist. I was not trading around this time, so I wasn't able to get in on this opportunity, but I was waiting for the market to do a backside to get the people who were still holding on for the range expansion trade, which is these levels right here, these two levels right here. Boom and boom. I'm not going to put two arrows, but you see the levels. They're green levels. Wednesday breaks out of that high of the month, and then it expands the high of the month range. Boom. Closing inside. It didn't really like close and break out. It kind of like pull it back inside. Thursday expands that high of the month again. It triggers them. So let's zoom in. It triggers the high of the month again. Then it pulls it back inside and it comes back. And then it retests. And it doesn't break out. But it also closes underneath the closing price. So now when that happens, my mentor, this is a signal he uses called the first red day signal, and it's just a simple to summarize what the market behavior and what it's doing. So basically on Thursday the market, it broke out and then it pulled back and it trapped these higher time frame people who are still selling up here below the price. So these people are now triggered into the market who sold up here, and put their stops up here. They're in profit. They're still in profit. Boom, the market triggers them, takes them out. Boom. Them same people put their stops there. Boom, the market hits it but doesn't take it out, and then it closes beneath the closing price. That's telling me like, okay, they're probably going to get these people down here now, but I want to see some type of breaking structure to let me know that they're basically ready to get them. So on Friday, my closing range day, or is a closing range day for me, it starts breaking down. The opening price of what I opened the trade was sometime around here. I wish that I trade crypto more, but because of how crypto moves, it moves at oddball times that I usually don't trade. Like I'm usually trading around 9 to 10. I don't trade past 11. I kind of don't do well with 11 hours because that's kind of like the closing hour for me when most volume is pretty much done within the market. Like there isn't much volume after that. If you're still trading after 1, then I don't know like what moves are you trading. The real volume is within the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. mark. So that's on you. You know, people got their own little strategies, but the market, what it did was it broke out, expanded the Friday's low of the day, and then it pulled it back. So I knew that it was making lower highs and lower lows, but I didn't wait for the pullback for the new hour and for it to coil and for it to start breaking structure once that new hour came into place. Now, if I came in at around 11, this would have been my hour for me to make money, because look how hard they came down. They came down and they stumped these people out hard because they did not want them to get out. They got them out hard. Like they were in profit. I would have been mad. But that's it for the Bitcoin setup. Lost short on this one, not too big. We're gonna go to NAS. Okay, so now we got NAS100. So this one was basically expanding the high of the month. Um, it's going after the all-time highs. Let's go to the dailies. It's still going after the all-time highs, but I was hesitant on it failing, so I was looking for a pretty much a signal for them to go get these people who are still holding on from the current little uptrend that it's doing. I wanted to break structure to get them, but if they go up and get these people up here, I also don't mind either. The market is going to move heavy when it start hitting these highs and shit, and a lot of people get shaken out. So I was looking for a scalp. Honestly, I wasn't looking for something to hold on to, but just something just to end my week green. And I feel like this was the best pair that's set up for me. Um, in terms of the action that I was looking for, the scalp wise. So Friday, the market triggered Thursday's previous highs, previous high, and mind you, this is December's high of the month that they're still working on as well. So not only did they trigger the week, they triggered the month, the day, this is an all in move for the month of December. Not the all time high, but basically the move for December. I don't know how to explain it, but this is a high value move. So I was looking for the market to basically set up structure for me. So let's go back to the liquid charts. This is my verifier. I'm going to show you that I actually trade. Like, this is legit shit. If you want to do the math, you guys can go back and look at how much I make off of these trades. Everything is legit. Everything I'm transparent about is going to be on this channel. I am not fucking around. 100K is going to happen next year. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to meet lots of new people and show them that I am serious about this shit and really show them how to trade for real. You don't need much to trade, but if you're willing to learn and you're patient and disciplined, you can make money doing this shit. So NAS100 was, let's see, NAS100. The open time was around 25,701. So 25,701 was when I got in. When I got in, and basically was like, okay, they're setting the high of the month, the high of the day, the high of the minute, whatever bullshit it's an all-in day basically. All time frames are in this move. They're driving this move. They're driving this fucking move. It's the same shit over and over. So sorry if I'm sounding like I'm an asshole, but I'm not being an asshole. I'm just I'm just trying to be interesting. So my whole thesis was, okay, they broke out. Now I'm waiting for the pullback and the consolidation and them to basically like give me a pin hammer or some sort for me to get in. So I got in around the 20, like I said, the 20 25,701. 25,701. Then I sold off at 25,735. 27.35. So I sold in at like 20. So I sold in at like 25 pips to have a really tight stop. Like, I was really trailing it. So this was probably like 7 points that I was willing to risk off of just this little move. I was watching it. So as it was setting up, I was like, okay, they're probably going to come back down and do another dump, coil, and then pump. So this is where I started scaling in. This is my thought process that I'm going over, like, to let y'all know. So as they were dumping and coiling, I started entering. These were at a later, like around the first position I opened. So I closed those later, and then I started opening up. These are the ones I closed out immediately. This one got the stop loss hit. This one I closed off. This one I opened when it It says 25,762. 25,762 is when I got in on this one. 6.2 I got in. Let's move it up here. 25,762. I ain't gonna be able to get the point right, but like around this range I got in, and then I closed off 25,791. 25,7. So I pretty much closed in around the same amount of price. Yeah, I pretty much closed in around the same amount of pips for the other trade, and then as you can see, the market basically came back and stomped out the people who bought in around this range. That's why I say you don't hold into these trades, because you don't know if they're going to come back. And that's why it's good for you to know your playbook, because if you knew your playbook, let's remove all that stuff. Let me show you guys something 1 second. Something that's better. This is why you need to know structure, because if you know your structure, then you're basically getting in on the same little structure, little patterns, and then you're getting in when the market basically takes off. Sorry if it looks fucked up, but it's the same shit. So look, boom, then it dumps. It does a little variation coil, somewhat of a W pattern, and then it does another expansion. So this is why you need to kind of know your structure and know when to get in and get out and scale up. Like, this shit is no joke, and this is why I was rewarded Friday, because I followed my setup criteria for this specific day in this pair, the way it's set up. And the reason why I failed Bitcoin was because I didn't follow the timing rotation of Bitcoin. Not all markets move on the same time. That's what people need to realize. Like, this market literally moved at 11, like 10:45 heading into the next hour. Then you have NAS100, which basically gave me my trade within the 9:45 heading into the 10, and I was out within the 10 to 15 mark. You see the timing differences? That's why you have to know what you're trading. Like, each pair have their own behavior and the time rotation of when they want to do their moves. So Forex pairs have their times where they move at 8 o'clock, and you might have to look for the pullback at like 9:45 or 9:30. See, this one was another good one. Like, these types of pairs, I could have got in this day and scaled up heavy and just let it go. I like these types of setups, because this was a perfect way for me to just throw money, and I would have made a huge amount of money. I just hope markets just keep expanding. I love learning from this. I want to teach other people to really make money from this, because once I start going up on this account, a lot of people are going to start tuning in. I already know. But I want to keep this short, simple, sweet. I'm not going to edit none of this. Everything is transparent. You guys have a nice one. Peace out.